On the Mount Rushmore of 80s music icons, or even music icons full stop, Madonna would have, at the very least, have a fighting chance to be carved into the rocks. From 80s, 90s to the 2000s, Madonna was a trailblazing artist, always at the forefront of fashion and music. We're here to celebrate her greatest songs. First, here is Neil with some Madge facts.
Thank you very much. Madge first appeared in Neighbours. sorry, joke for the British.
Wouldn't that have been fun?
Yeah. So Madonna's real name is Madonna Louise Ciccone, or Ciccone. I don't know how you pronounce that. Do you?
What are you looking at?
Madonna's first top 10 hit was Borderline, released in 1984. Madonna is the Guinness World Records as the world's most successful female recording artist of all time, having sold over 300 million records globally.
What are you looking at?
She has also had the most number ones across the Billboard charts, with a total of 156 number ones, 12 of which were Billboard Hot 100s, 43 on the Hot Dance Club songs, and in addition to that, she has also scored 38 top 10 singles on the Hot 100, more than any artist in music history.
What are you looking at?
Madonna is the most successful female artist in terms of UK number one albums as well, only beaten by the Beatles and Elvis Presley. The Elvis.
Hey, Mr. DJ.
The top 5 Spotify stream Madonna tracks are Like a Virgin, Hung Up, Holiday, La Isla Bonita, and Like a Prayer. Honestly, I'm giggling. I can't get this out of my system.
Here's the nod on YouTube. Watch it on YouTube. Just watch the little nod that Neil gives me. It's about as camp as you can get. I love it. I've missed that.
Madonna's halftime show in 2012 was the most watched in Super Bowl history.
What are you looking at?
In 1985, new photographs from her art modelling days surfaced. This proved to be a turning point for Madonna. She had nothing to hide anymore, so she felt empowered to push boundaries.
Come on.
Beastie Boys were the support act for Madonna's first tour, the Virgin Tour. And Madonna is the wealthiest female musician in America, estimated to be worth around $850 million.
What are you looking at?
Ah, dear, those were the days.
Well, she's a cultural icon, isn't she, Madonna?
She absolutely is a cultural icon. And I was thinking about this and the fact that people, I don't think, realise, kids realise these days just how big Madonna was back in the day.
Yeah.
Because she was, if you think of Taylor Swift now, back in her heyday, she was probably that times 2 or 3.
Easily.
When it came to, doing that kind of work. I was looking, her first 4 albums, there was none of this drop off, like you get the difficult second album or the difficult third album.
She just rolled, didn't she?
I've been listening to them all day today, and I was looking, and I think at the time, you had the Madonna album, which I think was just called Madonna, wasn't it? The first one.
Yes, it was, with Holiday on. And
then you had Like a Virgin. Then you had True Blue.
Yeah.
Then you had Like a Prayer.
That's it.
Just these albums were like all top-notch albums, but
and
they
great
were also
tracks all the way through.
And also when you listen to her first 2 albums, they are just. I'll take a line from James Earl Jones in Field of Dreams, but you're brushing away like the cobwebs of the 80s. Yeah. Because it just sounds like, but it was the forefront of that sound of the 80s. It wasn't like people had done it, so she was going to decide to follow it. She made that sound.
Exactly. It was her, and the people she worked with, your Nile Rodgers, your into the 90s, William Orbit. She was very good at picking the people that were up and coming themselves. Well, not Nile Rodgers, obviously, but other people. and she spotting the talent and using them. But you see, Madonna hit the ground running, as far as I'm concerned, because I've still got the Borderline 12-inch single in my record collection.
Right.
I've got a load of the original 12 inches still in there.
I bet.
Because I was huge. I loved that, you know. And listening, I remember, is it 85, Like a Virgin, the album? It must have been 84,
sure
85. Because the Madonna album, I thought, was 1984, wasn't it, with Borderline?
Yes.
And
That
then
was
85. Yeah. So the Like a Virgin album was forever on my cassette tape, because that's what I bought it on back in the day.
That was the first album I bought on the Britannia Music Club.
Was it?
Yeah, where it was like 6 for a penny or 6 for 99p or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And it was mainly, so it was 84, so I was 15 at the time. And when it, as people have listened to the pod, I'm very late to come, you know, I won't say come to girls, that sounds very late to that kind of life, you know, and that kind of thing happening in my life. So to see a big, buxom, gorgeous woman on the front cover,
beautiful back then as well.
It was like, oh my God, you know, bells were literally ringing, you know, in my head and in my pants.
Yeah.
Because she was the first really, I can remember I was having a crush on Olivia Newton-John.
Yeah.
But it didn't feel to me like it was a real sexual crush.
You just had a crush. A bit like me with Debbie Harry. I just fell in love with Debbie Harry.
Yeah. But with Madonna, and because she, as you just said, she sort of like overtly was sexual.
Yeah.
She wasn't trying to cover it up. She was, this is me, this is what I look like, you know, come on boys, you know, boy toy. She had that boy toy necklace thing. And that was the whole kind of, that was her image.
Yeah. Do you know, and when those photographs were released, it was in Penthouse magazine in this country.
Right.
And I persuaded, I don't know how I got away with this. I got my grandmother, she knew I was a big Madonna fan, and I managed to persuade her to buy me the Penthouse with her in. I said, it's not a nudie mag. Could you go and get it for me? And she did.
Did she?
I don't think she even opened it. I mean, I was in love, but
I mean,
obviously they were very
kids,
old pictures.
this was how you saw naked women back in those days.
Yeah,
you
but
couldn't just flick on the computer and go onto whatever website you wanted to. It was paper.
You had to wait.
It was ink and paper and photographs and.
But not many people can say they got their grandmother to buy them.
No, that's
did they? Not that my bless her. Not that she probably knew it was porn in that sense.
But I mean, that was the thing that I think. Apart from the fact that I mean, look, I was never a massive, real sort of disco fan or the dance music kind of stuff. And there was a lot of stuff like I listened to today on her first 2 albums that you could feel not with fillers, but you could feel like would go down brilliantly in a dance club.
Yeah.
But for me, it wasn't great. But when you've got hits like Lucky Star, Borderline, Holiday Like a Virgin, all of these, and you've only got to go on to like Apple Music or Spotify and just, you know, Madonna hits, and you go, Jesus. And even at the time when I think it was like Hung Up and all of that, Confessions on whatever it was, I kind of dropped off a little bit there because it wasn't really the kind of music I liked. But you go on those albums and there are still 2 or 3 songs that are like fucking amazing.
Absolutely. I recorded when they showed it on Sky Arts, the Madam X tour.
Right.
And they showed it. If you never watched it, the woman is still a bloody genius. That live show, I thought, oh God, I so wish I could have seen.
But is this when she's now, because like the thing is,
not too long ago. I don't.
She's all like plastic surgery up.
Yeah, I mean, but I thought that was all back in the 90s. I thought she's going to go down that road.
Did you really think that?
Yeah, I did, to be honest.
Because she went really sort of, she went from being like a buxom, gorgeous woman
muscle thing. I didn't
it
like
was
her
all
in
muscles
that period.
And and again, look, I don't, for all of our, you know, I'm not trying to objectify women, but that's what Madonna was.
Yeah,
Madonna equaled sex. In those days, in sort of like the 80s, early 90s, and she played up on it just as much as people devoured it.
Well,
she had the
obviously
sex book.
The book Sex, which, you know, I've got still sealed. Well, not sealed, but I still got it in pristine condition.
And the controversy on things like the Justify My Love video, she courted all of that kind of stuff because sex sells.
It does.
It
and,
just
you know,
does.
we all realised that everything that she was doing really at the end of the day wasn't that bad, but people were intrigued. She was a great salesperson.
And it was
Such a
for,
good sale.
say, for that time. Again,
Yeah.
makes it sound like you're trying to lump it in with racism and...
But no, you're not justifying anything.
It's not. It's the fact that I was a horny 15-year-old and there is this gorgeous woman that is not only doing songs that are great, but she just looked so fucking sexy. She looked amazing.
Pure wank fodder.
There was I pussyfooting around. Neil comes in with his size 9 Doc Martens.
Well,
but then you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Why lie about it? It was the teenage boy's wet dream fantasy.
Exactly.
And we're not demeaning her, but she sold that. She sold it to us.
But the difference was she also had the talent to back it up.
Yeah.
And she was a lot. I put her in the same category as, I mean, not for wank fodder, but I put her in the same category as people like U2 and David Bowie, in the fact that she would change. She wouldn't change with the times. She would change, and then the times would change with her.
Yeah, she was the time changer, as it were.
Yeah, and I think if you look at the evolution of music, there wouldn't be a Taylor Swift or a Billie Eilish or anyone without Madonna doing that kind of thing.
She's groundbreaking. She changed music.
Yes.
In a sense. I mean, David Bowie changed music, you know, Elvis Presley, the Beatles. She needs to be put in with the legends because she is. And I completely agree.
And I think the trouble is because she kind of looks like somebody that is trying to hang on to her youth now instead of... But again, it's so easy for men because men, when they get older, people go, oh, look how rugged he looks and look how, you know, silver fox and all that kind of stuff. And for a woman, it's so hard because they feel that they have to, especially in the music business, when you've got all these, again, they're younger, they're 40 years younger than she is, you know, maybe sometimes 50 years younger than she is. I don't know, how old is Madonna?
58 she was born.
She was born in 58.
Yeah, 1958. So she'll be 70 and 28. There you go.
Jesus.
Work backwards.
I mean, that's mad when you think about that, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
but you know, through the course of, she's history, and I've actually seen her not live, play live, but I have seen her in the flesh.
Have you?
Back in the I wish back in the very early 90s. It must have been. I was in London doing my collegey bits, like like people were, and I was in Hyde Park. And I was having my lunch and walking through after meeting a friend, and I could see all this hubbub going on outside Hyde Park Corner Hotel, you know, the big fancy one. Yeah. And I thought, what's going on here? Snuck round, couldn't see anything, looking around. And I shuttled up a little street telegraph pole. You know, the old ones, not right to the top. I just pulled up and looked over to see this blonde head, and I went, who's that? Oh, that's Madonna. Oh, cool. So I have seen Madonna.
And then you just slid back down the pole, did you?
Yeah, well, yeah. But so there you
why
go.
weren't there cameras around then? I would just love to see the fact that some guy with a camera phone, there's a sea of heads, and all of a sudden you are shimmying up a pole.
And not very far. I mean, I just went above, like, body length.
So you could see what it was.
Just so I could tell what was going on, because I saw other people doing it on other ones. And then I was like... And then I saw the blonde hair, and I went to the person, who's that?
Because it's Jimmy Savile.
Yeah,
oh, shit.
Yeah. And they went, oh, that's Madonna. I was like, cool. And she did sort of turn, and I sort of saw her. So I have seen her in the flesh. Very, very short.
Yeah. And the other thing, so did she look around, and did she go,
that's that Neil.
Oh, I've turned it fucking down. Like, that's ruined that joke. Did she go,
What are you looking at?
Yeah.
Or did she wave and go,
Hey, Mr. DJ.
Oh, right, fuck, I really
That'll do.
that
That'll do. NG. Hey, Mr. NG.
I've met her as well. Last year in Orlando, went to Madame Tussauds, and her waxwork was there. And you're right, she was Diddy.
Yeah.
I mean, not P. Diddy, obviously, because that's actually being
we
caught.
can't be that anymore.
No, but she is like, I didn't realise quite how small she was. I mean, but you know,
she was really short, really short. I mean, she was surrounded by blokes that you thought, okay, she's got her own personal army.
Yeah.
Well, you remember all the press just followed her everywhere when she was in London that year. She couldn't run in Hyde Park, could she? And it was just craziness.
Yeah,
so
that's because there was
really
dickheads going up lampposts trying to find her.
I just wanted to see what all the hubbub was, you know? Hubbub.
Yeah.
You looking at?
Okay. Oh, we've got to do this then, haven't we? We've got to do this.
Lisa's challenge.
What the fuck are you saying?
Thank you, Lisa. So, how many do you think we're going to have the same?
I'm going to go... this could be really hard because there's such a collection to choose from. So I'm going to go middle of the road 5.
Ooh, okay.
I probably way overestimated here, but I was just thinking...
I'm going to go through... I'm going to go 3.
Okay.
I'm going to go 3. Because, like you said, I mean, I've got a couple of album tracks in my top 10.
Right. So mine are all pretty much... I've gone for the singles because
because I was listening to a few today and I thought, oh my God, that's a great tune. Oh my God, that's a great tune.
So I might not even remember them all.
No,
I listen to Madonna a lot, but I don't remember all
exactly.
the
but I know that I've missed a couple out that I know should be on there. So all of you, obviously, Madonna fans, are really going to be going, oh Christ, why haven't you put this one on or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, Neil, hit us with your number 10.
So it's Crazy for You, the ballad.
Crazy.
Beautiful little song. I loved it back in the day. I bought it on a little 7-inch single. Still got it. And then it was my first dance for when I did get married.
Was it?
We were both Madonna's fans and we both liked that song, so we chose that. So it always holds a little space, a special place in my heart. Might not be everybody's cup of tea. I don't really care, but I love the song. It's just a sweet song.
It's a beautiful song, and I don't know. I'm sure he's still got it, but my brother has a shaped picture disc of this.
Oh wow!
Which is probably worth a small fortune.
Especially, people.
Because I know that 20 years ago it was worth quite a lot.
Wow, if he's still got that. Yeah, I've just literally it's just got the picture of the young Madonna on the front. I'm not going to go and dig it all out, but
no,
I've still got the 7-inch of that.
I bet you have.
I've got all her singles still.
Have
Shame
you?
I've lost a few. Yeah, not all the ones that I bought in the 80s. I've still got. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. So what? You bought them all on 7-inch?
No, it was a mixture of what I could afford at the time.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah. I used to try and buy all the 12-inch. So I got Holiday 12-inch. I got Borderline 12-inch. I've got Into the Groove 12-inch. Like a Virgin's on 7-inch because I bought the album. There's some more. I'll have to have a look. Yeah, I bought quite a few. I got Vogue on 12-inch, for crying out loud.
Have you?
Yeah.
I would be very surprised if you didn't have Vogue. I can imagine you in your bedroom, in front of the mirror, doing the voguing, loving it with just like a little leather pouch on or something.
Yeah, you remember in the video, I'm like that person in the...
Yeah, doing all that.
But... I've always been a fan of Madonna, and I still listen to her new music now and see if I like it. Yeah,
yeah, I fell off the new stuff.
But then I still consider Vogue her new music. How weird!
Yeah,
that was 1990 because it's such a vast difference between what she was producing in the 80s. But yeah, Crazy for You, beautiful song, beautiful.
Great one. So my number 10, and this is an album. No, I think it was a hit song from the Like a Prayer album called Dear Jessie.
Oh, it was I don't think it was one of the bigger ones, but it was definitely a single.
It's got it's a lovely little. I hate to call it ditty because that does make it make it.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
But it's a beautiful little song.
Yeah, I was just having a quick listen. Yeah. Yeah, it's a great song. I know that one. Yeah, it must have been a single because I remember.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
it was.
Because I'm pretty sure the video was like a cartoon.
Cartoon, wasn't it? Yeah.
I was listening to this album today, and I don't know what year this came out. The album. I need to look because.
So this was what album was this again?
This is Like a Prayer.
Like a Prayer. So that'd be 1989.
1989. Yeah. So that would have been before Buffy the Vampire Slayer, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
the TV series.
Yeah. Well, even the movie was like 92, wasn't it?
Right.
So.
There are so many songs, or there's 3 or 4 songs on this album that to me, reminded me of the Once More with Feeling singing episode of.
Okay.
And I kept listening, going, "Oh my god! I wonder if Joss Whedon was a massive fan of this album and took some of the. It just sounds like it just would have fitted in there nicely.
Yeah,
It's really strange.
Quite possibly. Quite
it is
possibly.
possible. It's possible. But yeah, I love that song. That's a great tune.
Yeah, it is a good song, Perv. Well chosen.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Well chosen.
Thank you very much. Okay, then you're number 9 then.
So this isn't everybody's favourite, but I like it. So it's 2000. It's Music.
Okay.
I actually really like this track. Now, this is a track, every now and then when you're on your own, I have certain tracks that I like to pump up the volume and give it some. No. And listen to it loud. And this is one. And also it's got a great music video with
Ali G. Yeah.
Is You Maradona?
And you'll be able to watch that on all our Patreon subscribers. That'll be on the video playlist, all the videos here.
But I really like this song. It was like a change for Madonna again. It was more, do I want to say techno is probably not the right term, but it was even more electronic than Ray of Light, which is my favourite Madonna album overall.
But it was also, like you say, that's what the music of the time was.
But she did it really well. So yeah, even though you know it's from that time, to me it's not aged. Does that make sense?
Yeah, absolutely.
Whereas you get the dated aspect of things. But I really like this song. It's always on my always been on my playlists.
It's definitely a bop. It's and that when I was saying earlier on about even newer albums.
Yeah.
There's always one or two good songs. I mean,
yeah.
This isn't in my top 10, and that Hung Up isn't in my top 10.
Right.
But it's a cracking tune.
Yeah. Oh, you know?
It's a really, really good song.
Yeah.
So
it's just one of those ones. And I thought, I can't not put it in a top 10 somewhere of hers because it's always been on a playlist. It's been a regular listen to me. Even when I was copying onto the CDs from your computer, it was always put on my compilations because I thought I really like this song.
It's a good track.
You don't really hear it that much now, though, do you?
No, you don't. No, I mean, to be fair, I don't really listen to music radio to hear what they play anyway.
To be honest, it's always your friend Mrs. Swift or Eilish or somebody like that.
How dare you say it with such disdain?
It's all right. I'm not knocking her. I just don't know her.
I don't know that. She's not my friend. I wish she was my friend.
You know her music, whereas I don't. I got the one song that I did know, thought I knew, and called it the completely wrong fucking title.
Antichrist, wasn't it?
Yeah. Antichrist. There you go. Okay, and it goes around.
And it goes around.
Podcast.
Yeah, there you go. So I try and get Taylor Swift and Star Wars into every episode. You have got to try and get Lars von Trier's Antichrist into every episode.
I'll come on one week with 666 across my head.
Oh dear. Okay, so that was your number 9. My number 9 is another album track that comes from the True Blue album, and it's called "Love Makes the World Go Round."
Can't remember this one.
Now, the reason that I picked this one is this was the song I can remember Madonna singing at Live Aid.
Okay.
And I mean, it's as 80s as you get.
Yeah.
But it's such a great song. It's a bop, but it's an 80s bop.
Yeah. Oh, I remember this now. Yeah, it's pure 80s. Didn't she come on with the Thompson twins at Live Aid?
I think she did, yeah. And
I remember that.
Yeah, with the brass, and the trumpets playing.
Fully respect that is pure 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I remember that one now.
And it was, especially listening to the Like a Virgin album today, it did take me right back to thinking, God, I can remember when this was new.
Yeah.
Where that sound was like, oh my God, I haven't really heard sounds like this. And some of it was very Prince.
Yeah.
But they were both at the forefront of that 80s
They were,
sound,
and they were both on the same record label, weren't they? Whatever it was, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good. Okay,
there's 2 albums from that period around the 80s that if I ever listen to, transports me right back, and I can remember vividly what I was doing, and that's Like a Virgin and Prince's 1999.
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it?
And it's weird how they are of that time, and you can tell that they're an 80s song, but they're also timeless.
Yeah,
as well.
absolutely.
They fit, like you say, they just sound 80s. They are without a doubt 80s.
Yeah.
But they still sound so fresh when you play them today. Whereas there's some albums that you can listen to and you think, my God, that just sounds so 80s.
Yeah, well, it even happens in the 90s. I went back to listen to a band that I thought I really enjoyed. Went back to listen to their back catalogue and listen to it now and thought, I don't like this anymore.
Who was that? Right Said Fred?
No, Embrace.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't enjoy it as much as I did when I used to listen to it.
I loved a couple of their songs, but I've never listened to a full album of theirs.
I did, and I put their sort of hits on via whichever streaming platform I use, and I turned it off. I thought, I can't remember. I really like this.
Yeah.
There was a few songs throughout the 90s that I really loved at the time. So the Seahorses had one.
Yeah.
And I put that on. I thought, I'll chuck that on my playlist. I've had to take it off my playlist because every time it comes on now, I'm like, ugh, skip that.
Really?
Yeah. Which I had to do with Embrace as well. I've had to take that off because every time it
Seahorses
comes on,
song was it? Love is the Law, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's it. And I love that when that came out.
Because it wasn't John Squires the guitar player for Seahorses?
I can't remember now.
I'm pretty sure because there was one song they had that I'm pretty sure it might have been that Love is the Law.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The guy who sang had a really unique voice. But yeah, I wouldn't say it was rubbish or anything, but it just didn't float my boat. Obviously my musical taste has changed.
Oh, there you go, see. Okay, so that was my number 9. So your number 8 then, please, Neil.
Her first single, Borderline, and it has
Borderline,
to be,
that's my number 6.
Okay, it had to be in my top 10 because it was my first single I bought of Madonna's when it came out, 12-inch, repeat that again. Fell in love with it, thought it was new, thought it was fresh, but when that came out in 1984, I probably was still listening to stuff from the late 70s, very early 80s, probably still thinking, yeah, I still quite like Adam and the Ants, you know, and that sort of thing. And yeah, this came along and I was like, no, I don't. I've fallen in love with Madonna, and I did. I almost became, you know, I bought every single pretty much back then and all the albums, and down came Debbie Harry and up went Madonna on my wall and that sort of thing. I sort of evolved.
Didn't she, her first ever TV appearance was on like The Tube or something like that?
It was either The Tube or Wogan, something like that. It was on a strange one, didn't she? She did a very... Or was it the Last Grey Whistle Test? It was something. You can find it on YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely something. And yeah, you were like, who's this? Probably took no notice back then.
Because I was actually listening to her voice quite sort of closely this morning and trying to think. I mean, she's obviously got a very distinctive voice. When she sings, you know it's Madonna. I was thinking, has she got a good voice?
I'm not so sure back then that she maybe did have a great voice. She had a good voice, I would say, but nothing great. I think, to me, that her vocals changed when she... before and after Evita, when she said that she had all the proper singing lessons, and that's when you watch early live performances to then after live performances, you're like, okay, yeah, I can see the change now. So I think that had a lot to do with it. I think she was just all round very good and great, and so singing back then I don't think was legendary. I think it was just good. But it fitted the time and it fitted the music, didn't it? And
I think that's the thing. She wasn't just about the musical. It was everything, wasn't it? It was it was the whole package. It was the fact that she could dance and sing, looked amazing, was a fashion icon because people started all the girls started wearing the stuff.
They really did, and
the
lace
stuff
that's probably still from the 80s. You still see people wearing today.
Yeah,
she changed. She changed the course of popular culture. She really did.
Amazing. Okay, so that's our first duplicate. That one. My number 8 is another. I'm not sure whether it was a hit. It might have been a hit, but this is "The Power of Goodbye."
I think that was what album was that from? But I think that was a release single. Pretty sure it was.
I think it was.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. What album's that from?
So this is from...
It's not Ray of Light, is it? It's...
Yeah, it is Ray of Light.
It is Ray of Light, yeah. William Orbit, you see. Great producer.
Yeah, see, because that was the kind of thing. She went into this kind of, and I don't know whether it's all the Kabbalah thing as well, but it was all that very sort of tantric kind of sound, wasn't it?
But again, a music change.
Yeah.
Like I said, Ray of Light is my favourite album. I should have known that straight away. That was on Ray of Light. But of Madonna's. Yeah, that was a single.
That was a single.
Yeah.
And it's only one that I rediscovered today. It wasn't in my top 10 before today because I thought, oh my God, I completely forgot about this song.
Yeah. Because it's got elements to Frozen in there, isn't it?
Yeah, it's that same kind of vibe.
Well, it's the William Orbit, isn't it?
But also you got to remember that she's not just a performer. She's writing these songs.
Yeah,
co-writing them, but the main driver behind a lot of the songs.
Oh yeah, she knows what they all say when you used to work with her. She was determined. You didn't fuck about with Madonna. She knew what she wanted, and if you were on board, you were straight out. So obviously, it's a sign of a very successful woman, isn't it?
The proof was in the success that she had as well. Okay, so that was my number 8. So your number 7, then, please. Now.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, you might have to look this up. This was her first number 1 in the UK, and it's Into the Groove.
Okay, I think you're right.
Yeah, and I was already mad about Madonna in these days, and I went to the cinema to watch Desperately Seeking Susan because it came out the same year. Fell in love with her. Was pissed off that we were seeing more of Rosanna Arquette than we were of Madonna. But I stuck with it. I bought this. I thought this was such a great pop song. Great. Still now, I really enjoy this one.
It's a bop.
Yeah. It's a classic.
I think for me, this is one of those songs that I've heard it so many times that I've kind of take it for granted.
Yeah.
It didn't make it into my top 10.
But to me, like I say, I was just really... Let's do a Madonna quote. I was really hung up on this song when it came out. I really enjoyed it. So I had very conflicting music, if you think back in the 80s. So, as people know, in the 80s, my favourite band was a band called Marillion. So I was listening to Madonna on one hand and then prog rock on the other. So it was a very odd time for me. No wonder I got fucked up music taste now. Yeah.
But you like what you like. That's the whole point of music, isn't it?
I've always said that. Yeah.
You know, I mean, as everyone knows, I've said before, I'm very lazy when it comes to listening. But for some reason,
like pop, don't you? So pop's your thing, and never going to judge that.
And she was or is the queen of pop. She without a shadow of a doubt was
definitely
without a shadow of a doubt. So Into the Groove, your number 7. Let me see, where am I now? So my number 7 is one that you just mentioned in regards to The Power of Goodbye. You said that was in the same sort of vein as Frozen. And Frozen is my number 7.
Ah, lovely song. I haven't got that in my top 10.
It's another one that I kind of reacquainted myself with today.
Yeah.
Because, I think it's going to be impossible, like you said. This is one of those kind of artists that it's
you could do a
fluid.
top 100.
Of course you could, because there are so many, not just the fact that there are so many songs, but there are so many great songs, and there are so many hit songs.
I know.
That you could just do top 10 Madonna singles.
You could do top 10 80s Madonna, couldn't you? And do it through the decades. So,
or even, I mean, a top 10 Madonna number ones would be probably a really hard, a really hard one to do.
Yeah, no, I agree. But this was sort of another change, wasn't it? The video was very gothic. If you remember, she had the black hair again. It was a total change. But it's lovely. It's haunting, this song.
Very haunting. Beautiful.
Yeah. And that was the first release off the album, wasn't it? This song.
Yeah. I mean, did you say how many number ones she'd had?
In this country, no. But overall, she's been she has had the most number ones across the Billboard charts.
Oh, right. Okay.
With a total of 156.
What, 156 number ones?
Yeah, but don't forget, 12 of which were in the Billboard Hot 100, 43 are in the Hot Dance. They have different.
Oh, right. Okay. I was going to say.
Not in the Hot.
Right.
38 top 10 singles in the Hot 100, for Christ's sake. 38.
Hell, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, then hit us with your number 6, Neil.
So my number 6 is, again, this is a huge change when Madonna brought this out. It's Justify My Love.
Oh, okay.
I think this is again almost haunting, but seductive song. I know the video and everything. We all waited out. I recorded it off Channel 4 at 11 o'clock when it was first shown. I think we all did. Wank fodder again.
Yeah.
It wasn't as raunchy as I thought it was going to be. Though we all prepared, and I was just like, oh, okay, bit of nip.
Well, to be fair, the sex book wasn't as raunchy as everybody thought.
It's got some moments in it.
But everyone thought the reason it had like a metal cover because it was going to be easily wiped clean. That's the reason. And then I remember looking at it and thinking, oh, this isn't as
there's
good or bad as I thought it was going to be.
Very artistic. It was very artistic. Yeah. I always just, if I ever, like people say, oh, I've never seen it, let me have a look, and I'll get it out, and then they're looking through it, and then the Vanilla Ice bits, and I always think that's like, whoa, hello, Vanilla Ice, I forgot you was in that.
There you go.
A bit out of time for that one, but Justify My Love, there you go. It's. I know she did a song called Erotic, but it's erotic. You could genuinely have that on in the bedroom and feel it wouldn't distract from what's going on with it. Let's be honest.
We're getting a peek behind the curtain now, aren't we? Eh?
Yeah.
That's how the magic happens in Neil's house.
Yeah. It's usually the Muppet soundtrack.
I was going to say that's got a nice steady beat. Yeah. You're not knackering yourself out.
No, and then I put Corn on.
Fucking Muppet Show. Boom, 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 boom. Did you see your little white ass going boom, 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 boom.
Yes, I might try that one day.
Oh my god,
that'd be hilarious.
On tonight's show, we have mutual masturbation. Cunnilingus.
I'll come running in the room.
Oh dear. I can't believe I said cunnilingus on our podcast for the first time ever. There you go.
Know. That famous Irish airline.
Okay, right, we're halfway through. Because Borderline was my number 6.
Oh, right, okay.
Which we've got as a duplicate. So it's time for this. I'll turn that up.
Pop quiz, hot shot.
Okay, I'm going to give you some lyrics to some famous Madonna songs, and you need to tell me where they're blooming from. Okay?
I might struggle with this one.
These are quite easy.
Are they?
These are quite easy, yeah. So here we go. Number 1. I'm going to try and put you off by phrasing them a little bit differently, just so hopefully it'll pull you off, because they're so easy. Let your body move to the music. Hey, hey, hey!
Get into the groove, isn't it?
Is that your answer?
Yeah. Oh, Vogue. Fuck me. It's really hard when you're laughing.
It's Vogue, unfortunately. So that's
I should have known that one as well.
Way wrong answer. Number 2. We are going to have a celebration all across the world in every nation. We're going to have a celebration all across the world.
Is that Holiday? Yeah, great song.
Well done, Neil. You got that one correct. Number 3. Yeah, your love thawed out when our... your love thawed out.
How it went? Yeah.
Let me start again. Yeah, your love thawed out what was scared and cold.
Frozen. Or probably not. In context, isn't it?
Indeed. Like a virgin.
Jim Broadbent does the best cover of that.
Oh, does he?
In Moulin Rouge.
Oh, Moulin Rouge, of course.
Yeah.
Forgot about that. Number 4. The one you warned me all about. The one you said I couldn't do without.
Oh, these are harder than you think, pal.
The one you warned me all about. The one you said I could do without. Silence.
Oh, I'm really thinking of that. I'm going to go...
The one
Like a Prayer.
The one you want me
Papa don't preach.
The thought was there, wasn't it?
Indeed.
Trying to go with the lyrics.
Indeed. Number 5. In the midnight hour, I can feel...
Rebel Yell.
I can... She cried more. No. In the midnight hour, I can feel your power.
That's like a prayer.
Well done. That's the second one you've got right. So number 6. Trying hard to control my heart, I walk over to where you are. Trying hard to control my heart, I walk over to where you are.
Is that crazy for you? No.
Hard to control my heart.
Well done.
I walk over to where you are.
Number 7. Starlight, star bright, first star I see tonight.
Lucky Star.
Oh, he's on a roll now. Oh, that cough a bit quicker. Okay, number 8. I like to boogie woogie. It's like riding on the wind. I like to boogie woogie.
That's just a statement from you, isn't it?
It's like riding on the wind.
God, that's got to be borderline. I really don't. I can't think. I can't put that. Oh, for fuck's sake!
That was music.
Yeah. Oh,
Music.
yeah. Which is a great song.
Oh, number 9. Some boys try and some boys lie, but I don't let them play.
Like a virgin.
Some boys try and some boys lie, but I don't let them play.
No, that's Material Girl.
It was. So
Yes, not Like a Virgin.
No.
And the final one. What you need is a big, strong hand to lift you to your higher ground. What you need is a big, strong hand to lift you to your higher ground.
Was that like a prayer?
What you need is a big strong hand to lift you to your higher ground.
Express yourself.
The problem
Four.
is, like you said, out of context made it really hard. It's harder than you think. You hear the lyrics and you think, I fucking know that. But it's out of context trying to put it into place.
It is.
That was a great
Anyway,
quiz, that one. I
there you
enjoyed
go.
that one.
Come on, girls.
Well done, though.
Yeah.
Did I mean that or did I not? I don't know, but well
Who cares?
done. 4 is pretty good, though. 40%.
No, I feel all right with that one. 4.
Good.
Seeing as that was harder than I was expecting it to be.
That's what she said. Okay, your number 5 then, please, Neil.
I've said it a couple of times in the quiz, like a prayer.
Ooh.
I really do like this. The video's great. The single's great. It has a lot of elements, the pop elements, the gospel elements to it. Yeah, and it was a controversy that I never understood. I thought, God, what are the problems?
A black Jesus, wasn't it, in the video?
Whatever it was back then when we were so narrow-minded. But
then again, don't you think it was also Madonna caught in...
hopefully,
'Cause that's what she did.
Yeah, because she was dropped by Pepsi, wasn't she? And that everything, and yeah, but it's a really good song. That's why I picked it. It's always on my Madonna playlists.
Yeah.
That's what I've got to do. If I have to if I fancy a Madonna session, that one will always be on there. Yeah,
because there's so many different kinds of songs. Because it slows up. It's gospelly. Yeah. It's also got this beautiful kind of haunting bit where it all slows down.
That's right. Yeah.
And the way that it was
elements.
The way that it was reworked in Deadpool and Wolverine. I cry every time I hear that fucking version. It does my tits in.
Great song, and beautiful. It was one that she carried on singing for a long time, didn't she, on her tours and everything? So she must have been a fan.
I mean, well, yeah, we'll come to it. But that's a great one. Yeah, Like a Prayer. No, number 5. Okay, my number 5. This is a song from the same album. And again, a little bit more of sort of a light-hearted, boppy kind of song. And this is Cherish.
Oh, yeah.
Which again, I'd completely forgotten about this song.
This is more going back to earlier Madonna.
I agree.
In the later albums. There's something, you know, if you were to hear that and not know Madonna albums, you could quite easily put that in amongst your Like a Virgin sort of era. And
this is a really good, solid single.
Yeah.
You know, it's a real poppy.
It's just a classic single, isn't it? Yeah, it really is just what you need. The right length, the right beat, the right upbeat. Oh yeah, it's perfect. I'd forgotten about this actually.
What a tune!
But that could have well easily been in my top 10. Oh fuck!
Don't worry, mate. It always happens. Yeah. It always happens. So that was my number 5. So on to your number 4 then.
So this might, a lot of people don't sort of listen to this one. I'm not going to tell you straight away what it is. It was featured in a movie in the 90s. It was a single. I think it was a number 1 single. And it's always, I had to go into my playlist, and my top 4 are all off of my playlist. So again, these are the ones that are on there. It's Beautiful Stranger from Austin Powers.
Oh, right, yeah.
I actually think this is a great song and an underappreciated Madonna song. Yeah.
Yeah, it has that very 60s sound to it, doesn't it?
It does, but it's also very Madonna.
I'd forgotten she'd done this one.
Yeah.
Which Austin Powers movie was it for?
The second one.
Right.
Yeah. So what was that? Late night, about 99, wasn't it?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great song. It really is. Such again, I'm saying the same thing over and over again. But the reason I picked this one is I enjoy listening to it. It's never been deleted off my playlist since I've had my playlist. And anybody who's listened to music stuff on it should know how long my playlist. I think it's about 102 hours now, my playlist.
Is it?
Yeah. But it's on there. You know, I categorise it and look on there, and there it is. And I think, yeah, whenever it comes on, I don't turn it off. Yeah, great. Yeah, great song, great movie, great video, great tune.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about this one. I feel like this one is my cherish for you. I feel that should have been in my top 10.
You remember it well now, though?
I do, yeah, because it fitted with the movie so well. Like the video was great. Yeah. Well done, Neil. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Well done. My number 4. I'm going for right. I'm not sure whether this was a movie. Yeah, it was a movie. Yeah. It's Who's That Girl?
Yeah, it was a movie. Yeah.
And I always thought
Griffin Dune, wasn't it?
Griffin. That's right. I always thought this came from the Desperately Seeking Susan soundtrack.
No, yeah,
but it wasn't. It was a movie called Who's That Girl, wasn't it?
Yeah, with Griffin Dune. Yeah, remember it well. I had it on VHS.
Did you?
I had Desperately Seeking Susan on VHS. I even had the one she did with Sean Penn. What was that called?
Shanghai Surprise.
Yeah. I even had that on VHS. And that's when I suddenly thought, no, I can't bother. The last one I bought was obviously she was in Dick Tracy, wasn't she, in 1990?
Right. What was the movie that she made with
Swept Away?
Oh, Swept Away. You didn't buy the VHS of that one?
Fuck me, I didn't even finish that movie.
Did you not?
Dreadful. It was awful.
I mean, she's not a great actress.
No, I mean, she's fantastic in Evita. Let's not take it away. I think she was great in Dick Tracy.
Yeah.
Yeah, she plays it really well in that. But yeah, movies aren't her thing. Music's her thing.
Absolutely, I agree. So that was my number 4. Who's That Girl? So you're number 3 then, Neil.
Again, you saw me do the dance. It's Vogue.
You'd have to have that one in your top 10.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
It's not in mine.
I picked it because of my playlist. It's listened to a lot. You can see how many times you've listened to it when you look.
Of course, yeah.
I listen to it a lot, and it's a great pop tune, a great video again, a video that changed video.
Yeah.
It did. You know, I can't remember who directed it, but very stylized in that black and white. You know, more revealing than you were thinking you were getting. Started a dance craze only Madonna could do, you know, with people wiggling their arms like that, which crazy, but she started it, didn't she? And a great pop song. And I never knew about voguing, or did she invent voguing? Is that a thing?
I don't know whether she invented it. I think she brought it to the mainstream.
Yeah.
I think it was a thing that was being done in clubs and
yeah, because she obviously
you imagine it being done in pubs.
When I started in pubs at the Red Lion.
Jeff in the corner with his his red barrel doing voguing.
Yeah, this is voguing, Madonna. Keep up, love. Yeah.
Oh God!
But she was obviously in her starting career. She learnt a lot of these things that were not in the mainstream because she was playing a lot of gay clubs, gay discos.
Yeah, that's right.
Like that. And so she brought a lot of this to the mainstream that we have to thank her for, because we wouldn't have known about.
Yeah, completely agree. It didn't. I must admit, like this sort of song and Express Yourself and those kind of songs, I've never big fans of the out and out dance kind of songs of Madonna. I liked the more sort of tuneful poppy ones, if you like.
Yeah.
So I haven't got Vogue. I haven't got Justify My Love or Into the Groove or anything like that, or Express Yourself or those kind of moves. I haven't got.
Yeah, I liked a bit of a jig.
Good. I know I've seen you in full, like on top of a table.
Yeah, you saw me
jigging.
Swinging my bag around.
I did swing it. We've got video of that, which if I can find it, I'll put it on the Patreon video, the video list. Absolutely.
Went viral.
It did. Well, you went viral.
People speeded it up, slowed it down. It did all sorts over the social medias.
Oh dear. Okay, my number 3 is from the Like a Virgin album, and it is Material Girl.
Ah, great song. That could have easily been in my top 10 again.
It's again, it's one of the songs we were saying about earlier on. It sounds so 80s,
yeah,
but holds up right now. And the video was the one that kind of really made me fall in love with Madonna.
Oh, she did the Marilyn Monroe.
It's the Marilyn Monroe.
Diamonds are a girl's best friend.
Oh my God! And she just looks gorgeous.
Yeah,
in it. And it was
she's
always
the only person that could get away with doing the Marilyn Monroe. Everybody else would have been shot down in flames, but people accepted her doing it.
And it's that one shot when she sort of lies on her back and the dancers are holding her and she sort of arches right back and it almost looks like her boobs are going to fall out.
Yeah, we all waited.
And that was the kind of moment as a 15-year-old, 15-year-old, you're going, oh my God, I'm going to see some women's boobs. Oh God! I haven't got a nan that'll go and get porn for me.
If only you'd know mine. If I knew you back then, Pav, I'd have got her to get you a copy. I don't know what I told her it was. I thought I said something like, "You remember you bought me Smash Hits? It's a spin-off of Smash Hits, but for grown-ups. Can you get it for me, please?"
And which one was it? Penthouse.
Penthouse. Bless her ignorance. Good. It's good having the country grandma that didn't really know a lot.
Have a clue. Bless. But yeah, so Material Girl is my number 3. Neil, what's your number 2?
So I know you just spoke about it. Hung Up.
Oh, right.
Again,
okay.
Madonna's the only person that would have the audacity to use and get away with ABBA.
ABBA, yeah.
As strong as they are, as strong as ABBA themselves. To me, I think this is a great little dance tune. Yeah, I don't know what else to say about it. We all know it. It's ABBA, really. But put ABBA with a Madonna spin, isn't it?
And she brought back the leg warmers and stuff as well,
yeah,
didn't
she did. And she looked hot back then. And that was so saying...
she was getting a little bit too sinewy for me.
Yeah, it was just that video, I thought,
But again, so what year was this? What year would this have been?
What would Hung Up? 2000s, wouldn't it?
2007? So she must have been what time? So you said she would have been nearly 50.
Yeah, well,
if she was born in 1958.
I always looked at Madonna as a strong cougar to me. I would have easily, as an 18-year-old, run away with her easily. Not because of her money. I just loved Madonna. Do you know what I mean? She was in the 80s. She was part of my icon of growing up. I loved Madonna. People don't realise how much of those first few albums and singles, I thought she was it. This is it. It was only when I got to like 18 and I realised people my own age, all my friendship group, really weren't listening to Madonna and frowned upon me. And
did that stop you from listening to her then?
No, but I never broadcast it after.
Oh, right.
Because, well, you know what it was like in the late 80s, early 90s. They found out you're a Madonna fan. All of a sudden, they're telling all the female collective, "He's our gay friend." I'm not even fucking gay.
And that stuck with you for decades, Neil.
Now I just embrace it.
Yeah, no, you should. Absolutely, you
Think,
should.
Who cares? I really have no care. No fucks left to give.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the moment we've only got one. We've only got one the same.
I suddenly thought I should have gone. I would have properly, sensibly gone for 3, but I had no idea, so I just went middle of the road.
Well, my number 2, to me, feels like it's a partner with "Crazy for You." It's that kind of stuff. But I'm going to go for "Live to Tell."
Oh, okay, yeah.
Which
it's the same.
for me is one of those cinematic kind of movies. I know it was from a movie. It was a
Which movie was it
it was a
again?
Sean Penn movie, wasn't it? At Close Range.
Oh yes, it was at Close,
think it
which
was.
is a great movie with Christopher Walker.
Oh right.
I didn't watch it because of Madonna back then. I didn't
Right.
see this until the Alex Cox movie.
Right.
Drone.
I'm assuming that she did this because she was going out or married to Sean Penn at the time.
Probably, yeah. Love of her life.
Yeah, but it's a beautiful song, and I absolutely love it. But it sounds cinematic as well. It's not just a movie song. It sounds like it could just slip straight in there.
Because Crazy for You was from Quicksilver, was it? The movie? Was that the one? Or
Oh, I don't know. Was it from a movie? Was it?
yeah, I think it was. Was it that one? There was one in a movie that was in Quicksilver. You know the film Quicksilver? Remember that?
No.
Was it that? I haven't got my phone to hand. Google it. I need to know what that was.
Okay.
Now I'm going to go.
I need to find
mental.
out. So the
Was
movie.
Crazy for You in a movie or
All right.
part of a movie?
Hang on, I'm all over the place now. Hang on, let me Google it.
Which would be, I think, another Matthew Modine film.
So let's see. So Madonna. Now I've got no signal. Unbelievable. Right, Madonna. Crazy for You. Vision Quest.
Vision Quest, that's it.
Vision
Not
Quest.
Quicksilver. Quicksilver was the bike thing. Was it Matthew Modine, wasn't it?
It was Matthew Modine. Yeah.
There you go.
So I didn't know that. Yeah,
Wow.
Vision Quest, the strongest soundtrack you'll hear in 1985.
There you go.
Why do I feel like I didn't know that? When a star athlete decides he wants to be more in life, he sets himself goals to achieve that many don't think he can complete.
Yeah.
With the help of his love, he proves himself to the world.
Yeah.
Linda Fiorentino, Madonna, singer at club.
Oh, she was in it, was she?
So she was in it.
I remember renting it from like Ashcroft Video or wherever. Years
There you
ago.
go.
But
There's
I
a-
got the wrong film. Quicksilver was the bicycle film with Kevin Costner in it.
I don't know. I don't know what you're saying now. I don't understand the words that's coming at you.
Let's not go down that rabbit
No,
hole.
let's not go down that. Right, okay. Your number 1 Madonna song, please, Neil.
Well, I've told you it's my favourite album. It's my favourite Madonna song is Ray of Light.
Okay.
And that's been my favourite Madonna song for a good few years now. I actually think this is a blinder of a song. And I don't think this is dated at all. I don't think you could tell this was from the 90s, the 2000s. You could probably tell it wasn't in the 80s, but it's not dated. It's just a banger.
Yeah, see, that's never really struck a chord with me.
No,
No.
this has always been a strong, strong contender for me for Madonna.
Also had one of those weird videos where she's like kind of moving really fast, isn't she?
That's right.
Like on a road, isn't it? Like on a,
Yeah, well, she's doing all that weird dancing
Yeah.
things in and out, yeah.
I mean, it is a bop, don't get me wrong.
What was
It
the
is-
country and western one she did off that album? What was that called?
I have no
She
idea.
did the dance. She had the almost like the gingham shirt, didn't she? And before Beyonce wanted to be a country and western star.
What was that on the Ray of Light album?
I think it was. Anyway, let's move on. The video, I can't.
Someone
remember
can
what it
email us it if they know. I mean, like I say, it's a bop, but as I've said before, things like Express Yourself and the Vogue and that kind of, I was never a massive fan of those kind of.
No.
Mainly because I never went to discos.
You
'Cause I
see,
was
this
never
would have
cool
been
enough.
in my 90s period.
Oh right.
You know, the E's were flowing, the dancing was going, and Neil was boogieing.
And you were getting mashed off your tits, voguing.
I'm not going to. I'm not
hanging
gonna
off a
deny,
traffic,
I'm
hanging
not
off a
gonna
traffic light or
confirm.
something.
I'm not going to deny. I'm not going to confirm. But let's just say the 90s was a lot of fun for me.
What you
and
can
this
remember.
is all part of the dancing.
Yeah, see, I wasn't
Yeah.
of that. I wasn't of that era to start with, and I definitely wasn't of that ilk. I never used, fucking Nesquik was the most that I would get off my tits on.
Should we be controversial? I'm going to ask you a question on that.
Go on then.
Whether you choose to answer it. Have you ever taken any drug or illegal substance?
No, I have never ever, and you know the reason why?
Scared?
Because I think, especially when it comes to things like weed and stuff like that, I think I would be one of those ones that would be really, really paranoid.
Right.
And so much so that it would like damage something inside my head. I don't think I would be one of these ones that would, because all the time listening to like American podcasts and hearing our American friends when they say, they took an edible or something like that, and it chills them out, and I always feel like America, it's a lot more of a relaxed thing, where over here it always sounds dirty that you,
well, because
it's just
they've got this look at marijuana, haven't they? and
it always seems like a really cool thing,
Yeah.
growing up with Kevin Smith and people like that we're always, I mean, he doesn't now, but he was always, saying how it chills him out and it makes him more productive. And Joe Rogan, you hear him saying the same thing.
Yeah.
But you also hear those times when certain people have taken it and they've freaked out because they don't quite know what the fuck is going on. And I feel like I'm so vanilla that I feel like I'd be like,
yeah, well, fair enough.
Whereas I'm assuming, again, you don't have to answer it as well. Statute of limitations.
Well, let's just put it in the 90s. I experimented. I think I was just in that age group. I was 21 in 1992 or whatever it was, and
the perfect age for it.
Yeah, it was kicking off, and so it was. I thought nothing of dropping an E, as it were. It was part and parcel of it. So I did try it. I don't know.
Everything. I don't know whether I would really want to try. I don't know. I mean, look, Anna, one of our lovely top heads, said that I need to smoke a joint and then listen to Pink Floyd. Is what
Yeah, well, there you go.
And to be fair, Anna, we were together twice last year, and we still never took the chance to do it.
Next time, Anna.
But that's the thing. It's different maybe being in your own home and trying it and the comfort of your foot, but to be in a different country and try it, I really don't know whether I would have just freaked out just with
Have
that.
you ever watched Dewey Cox Walk Hard?
I haven't. I have, but a long, long time ago.
So I would say watch that again and listen to what the Black Blokes tells you. The advice he gives Dewey Cox every time he goes into the room, all right? Starts from weed and works all the way up.
Oh, right.
That'll give you all the advice you'll need.
Okay, that's fair enough. Okay. My number one is one that you did have at number 5, Neil, and it is Like a Prayer.
Ah, yeah, there you go. You know everything there is to know about that song.
Yeah, and I'm going to say the reason that I put it at number 1 is because of the choir version from Deadpool and Wolverine. Because that arrangement, you've seen that movie now, haven't you?
Yeah.
That moment when it's at the end and they're doing it and Deadpool and Wolverine are working together, I cry. Even if I'm just watching that clip on YouTube, I'll just cry because it is so beautifully done.
It is.
And
I agree.
So that had to be my number 1.
But were you an instant fan of that song when it first came out?
Yes. Yeah. It was my favourite Madonna song from the moment it came into my life. If you like. Always. Every other song has always come up to that level or whatever.
So you're basically like me with Ray of Light. You knew where to start from, and then everything else could just change or move with the
basically
times.
That was number 1 on my list from the start. Yeah
It's a great song. It really is. And do you know what? It's I've got old again. I like turning my music right up where I can. Not obviously I can't with the neighbours and everything. So if I'm in my car and that song comes on, that's one that I really like to pound. I probably look like the sad bloke that's trying to reminisce about the 80s, but I really, like I said, all my fucks have gone now.
Absolutely.
I just think that's such a great song. Loud, it gives me goosebumps. That's why I do it.
It's just a classic tune. So nobody won Lisa's challenge. We had 2.
Lisa.
We had 2. I had 3. You had 5. But so nobody wins. Or everybody wins. That's probably what it is. Everybody wins, Neil.
Of course, we all listen to Madonna, so you've won already.
Exactly. Honourable mentions. Uncle Jeff C on Threads said, this is a really tough one because she had so many fantastic songs.
Yeah.
Most people will pick Like a Prayer or Vogue in my top 5, or one of the more up-tempo dance songs because that's for what she was really known. However, I'm going to say Rain. Madonna's ballads don't get as much love or attention.
No, they don't.
But Rain in particular has such a lush feel to it and such a great use of a triangle. And the part towards the end where it sort of modulates up in the end and then ends on the harmonic, Rain.
Yeah, it's
And
a great song.
then he messaged again afterwards and said, oh crap, I forgot about Frozen. I changed my answer. The Real Talk podcast said Ray of Light, Papa Don't Preach, Express Yourself would be my top 3. Michelle Cook Dunwoody said I have a few, Like a Prayer, True Blue. True Blue was another one that was close to going in my top 10. Frozen, Cherish, that's my fave ones. Anna Cochran said She's Not Me and Angel. Kareem Pastor said Like a Prayer and True Blue. Adrian Gonzalez said 10. Borderline is my favourite, but having 4 sisters, La Isla Bonita, Like a Virgin, Papa Don't Preach, and Crazy for You should all be on everyone's essential Madonna playlist. Andy Beaton said Dress You Up and Burning Up are both bops. Like a Prayer is a fucking banger, especially the last third of the track when Guy Pratt starts going off on bass. Ags Teague said I'll Remember, Hidden Gem from the With Honours movie. Dale Richards said Get Into the Groove and Ray of Light. Kim Mendez said Burning Up, Crazy for You and Borderline. Kim Peniston said I Love Crazy for You.
Wow,
And
okay.
Eliza Friedenberg, fucking bollocks. Eliza Friedenberg said La Isla Bonita.
Fantastic. And I would just say to anybody that wants to listen to a great Madonna album, just put the Immaculate Collection on
Yes.
and you're fine. You're
And
done.
it's all there.
You don't need to cherry pick. Just put the Immaculate Collection on and you'll be fine.
And fill your boots, as they say.
Yeah, with everything.
Well, there we go, Neil. We've done it.
Oh,
Now you can go off and vogue your little heart's content.
Well, I'm going to go and play Erotica now. That was
I
another
bet
song
you
I
are.
really like.
I
No, it's
bet
a great
you
song.
Okay. Go and get your sex book out. Play Erotica.
I'm off.
Drop an E. Fucking hell, it'd be back in the 90s, wouldn't it?
For our birthday this year,
No.
Pab, I'm going to bring some ease, right?
No, you're
bottles
not.
of water, and I'll put the rave music.
No, you're
And that'll be
not.
like when I went to see the Happy Mondays reunion. I mean, let's face it, that was 30 years ago for me, and I'm not doing it now. But I went to see the Happy Mondays when they first reformed. If you don't know them, Manchester band famous for their drug take. I went to see them, me and my friends, and we stood there, and a guy behind us must have been in his 40s then. This is early 2000s, and he's going, up, drink. And his mate's going, you haven't done Ease in like years. He said, yeah, I want to try it. And he put a bit of speed in, and then all of a sudden the band came on and he's carried out the back door.
Fucking
Literally when the band came on, they carried him out. He
That's
was
crazy.
gone.
There you go. See,
So that won't be us.
No, that won't be us. I can tell you that categorically now, Neil. That won't be us. Remember, you'll be able to listen to Neil's dulcet tones telling you all the information that you need, whether you want to become a Patreon top head and be able to look at the video playlist and come and be a guest on your own episode and all of that stuff. All the
Thank
links,
you very much to everyone that has.
indeed, and all the links are in the show notes. All that Gubbins. Show them the t-shirt, Neil. All the Gubbins. There you go. And also,
You can get this t-shirt still, can you?
You can, and the Pop Quiz Hot Shot t-shirts, as well as all the other top 10 merch. All the links in the show notes. Click the link. Just go and fill your boots.
Yeah.
Neil and I now are going to go and Vogue, and Neil's going to drop an E and get mashed off his tits.
Yeah.
So
I'm
thank
gonna
you.
video it. That'll be on the Patreon.
That'll be on the Patreon. That's worth the £5 a month. Thank you, Neil.
Thank you very much, Pav. Thank you very much, everyone else.
There you go. Thank you very much, everyone, for watching and listening. Let's go start the countdown. Vogue.
Yeah.